Ah! Sorry there, guys. I had to dive to get here. Well, hey there, guys. Welcome to Strange Talk. I'm Axel the Beast, and this is my Kingdom Hearts 3D Midway Impressions video. I was gonna do a first impressions video, but it didn't really pan out, and didn't do it in time. So now I'm halfway through the game because I went through it slowly, I guess. And we're gonna do a midway impressions video. Also, I have been blogging my playthrough so far on my site, so you should check it out. Links in the description and whatnot. And there'll probably be about 2 more posts on that subject from this video because I haven't beaten the game yet. Anyway, I'm actually really enjoying the game so far, like quite a lot. You know, it's one of those games where I'm playing it, and half the time, just because of how they make it, I just have this stupid grin on my face. And, you know, it's not often I find a game that makes me do that. And, you know, I made a video a while back about how Kingdom Hearts could be awesomer, and how I think that, you know, for as good as the series is, it always has a lot of problems and a lot of things that they could have done way better. But Kingdom Hearts 3, I think, is the first game in this series where I think they've addressed pretty much all of the problems I had. I don't play this game and I think about what they could have fixed, or like what major problems the game has. But that's not true of any other Kingdom Hearts game, because I'm always thinking about, oh, they shouldn't have done this, they should have done that, they should have fixed this, etc. But not with this game. So I really think that unless it goes way downhill in the latter half, which is possible, that happens all the time, you know. But unless that happens, this is going to be the best Kingdom Hearts game for me, I think. I mean, that's not to say it's perfect. There are obviously some problems, and it does have some annoyances, but... Whoa. Yeah, speaking of annoyances, dropping. I love it and hate it. Like the depth it adds, to, you know, like, you have these 2 characters you can play simultaneously with 2 very different versions of the same world, which is very interesting. And I like the interplay between the 2 characters as they do this. But there's also just the mechanical side of it, where you have these 2 different versions of the world to traverse, but you have the drop mechanic and the drop points, where you can collect these points and get bonuses for the other character. It's just an interesting additional layer to the game, but on the flip side, you have this really annoying mechanic that makes you want to strangle someone. That basically, you know, makes a time limit, and you have to stop what you're doing and go to do the other guy. It could have been done a lot better. I guess you can use the Drop Me Nots, with a hilarious name, and retarded names in this game sometimes, especially the title, Dream Drop Distance. Anyway, I digress. You know, there's just better ways they could have handled this. I'm sorry, it just totally is. I lost my train of thought. Anyway, there are a lot of new mechanics in this game, and I'm very impressed with some of them. The flow motion is great. It's a lot of strategy and depth to the combat, but it also enhances the platforming. And I thought that was something that the series has lacked since the original. It didn't have the platforming again. I think it really missed that. And I think it adds a lot to combat options. It's another flaw that I thought the series had that they never really addressed, is that you're mostly doing the same thing. Enemies often will force you to change your strategy, and that's more true in this game too, but you always were doing the same attack against them, aside from your maneuvers. So in this game, they seamlessly actually integrated both attack and maneuver, and given you a lot of different options for how you can attack your enemies, and it's really great. It's what the series needed. I really love the Dream Eaters. I like Donald and Goofy, but it's cool to see them replaced for once, but with the same mechanic in the form of these collectible monsters, and you're collecting the enemies. I love that. And I like the customization aspect. You can name them, you can change their coloring, and you learn abilities on them. It's a nice dimension of customization. I almost feel like I'm playing Kingdom Hearts Pokemon. And, yeah. I also really love the exploration because, again, with the platforming, which comes into play a lot, maybe not for the plot, but for the exploration, and there's just tons of chests, really well hidden stuff. You really have incentive to explore and check out every area. There's a lot of exploration. And the story is just so well integrated because, like, in previous Kingdom Hearts games, I always felt that the overarching plot and each individual world story were very irrelevant to each other. In Kingdom Hearts 2, there was some overlap, but usually when Organization 13 or Pete would go to a world to mess with whatever's going on there, while it does tie into the main plot a bit because of those characters' involvement, it was always a matter of what they were doing in that world, and it never really affected the other stuff, even though they said it did. It was an arbitrary statement, and the worlds were really their own self-contained tales, despite a couple overlapping characters. Whereas in Kingdom Hearts 3D, you really just have a lot of integration of it. Like, maybe that's because of the dream theme. There we go, that was pronounced right this time. Where you have characters who are basically dreaming and the worlds are about their growth. But at the same time, I think that mechanic, something similar could be done in future games or in different ways. And what I love about it is just the fact that the characters are interacting with the characters from the world, but it's always tying into what they learn about themselves, about the overarching plot. They're really evolving through it and really interacting with both at the same time, with the constant, trollish, I might add, involvement of Xehanort. It's just really great. It's a seamless experience for me, and that really is a big deal to me. And oh man, does this game have really great music. Anyway, like I said, it could go all way downhill. I've only gotten about halfway through the game, but if this indicates the rest of the game, this is probably going to be my favorite Kingdom Hearts game easily, and in my opinion, the best. And it's just the first Kingdom Hearts game I can't really complain about. I'm just having a lot of fun with it. It's awesome. Oh, and just before I go, the battles, they're great. I really have to go into that because they're just quite a blast. The boss fights especially, all the fights in the game too, but the boss fights, they're just really challenging. They require a lot of strategy. They're just tons of fun. Oh, what the? No! Oh, no! No! Oh, I got out of that one. Oh, sweet! A drop bonus. It's a 3DS. Oh, it's Kingdom Hearts 3D. I guess I'm gonna finish this. Tell me your thoughts about Kingdom Hearts 3D, everyone, and I'll see you guys later. Yeah. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and whatnot, and also check out my site in the description, because again, there's those Kingdom Hearts blog things and whatnot. And yeah, just had to flow motion in back here and tell you that. Whoop! Oh, and one last thing, you know, the combat is just tons of fun. I mean, ow! Ow! That was the wrong cue. I shouldn't have used the word, I'm sorry. Ow! Stop it.